Good morning, everyone. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here with Ashley from Blue Eyed Gypsy Soul.
Good morning.
And we are here today to do the morning motivation meditation. And this week we are focusing on signs and synchronicities. Good morning, Lachey.
Hey.
How are you? And as I was writing down all this information, I was also thinking about you too. And I kind of went through like 7 signs that you are on the right track. So when I go through these things, you'll notice that, especially with the car situation, that this is the universe telling you that you are doing the right thing. And you should be really happy that the universe is sending you these signs, that it's only going to get better from here. So good morning, Debbie. Good to see you, and I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I know a lot of people are ready for this retrograde to be over. Not too much longer, y'all. What is it, like a week and a half left? Something like that. Ashley's starting fire over here.
I'm trying to keep this thing lit.
I know.
Juniper smells so amazing, and it has such good benefits, but it's such a hard piece to burn and keep burning. It just burns for a few seconds and then it goes away.
Yeah.
And we just want it to keep burning.
Right. It does smell good now that it's actually going.
Yeah. I really got to catch it on fire to make it do its thing on both sides.
So yeah, good morning, everyone joining in. We're really glad to have you here. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Hi,
Nick. So I'm glad that everyone's joining in, and I hope that y'all had a good Thanksgiving week and great weekend.
Is everybody turkey drunk?
And I will say too that if you have not seen the weekly energy post yet, this week there's gonna be probably situations at hand where Spirit's going to be sending you messages. And this is what I'm talking about, especially with the retrograde happening, y'all. We have to use it to our advantage, right? Instead of being so scared of change and not allowing things to naturally move out or come up to be healed. We're holding on to stuff because we don't want the disruption, but really it's there for healing. So there's going to be a situation this week for the general collective that Spirit's going to be showing you signs about certain things that aren't consistent in your life. You might notice certain things within people or circumstances where someone might say something but not do it or something like that. And it might be a trigger for you or it might be a trigger for someone else, but something of that nature is going to be coming up for reflection this week. And they want you to reveal your truth. Now, with that being said, that goes for other people as well. So be open to hearing what people have to say, because no matter what, it's going to be healing for all. So, and just let yourself ride with it. Go with the flow. Allow the healing, to take place, and don't be so uptight about keeping things in a certain order, because when we try to have so much control, then we don't allow the universe to work in our favor. Yes. Either. So yeah, just remember to go with the flow this week. Speak up when you feel you need to, and don't be afraid of other people's reactions, and come about it in a very loving way. It's okay to be vulnerable, but you also have to be open to people being vulnerable with you. That's what I'm going to say. So, but yeah, with us talking this week, we're going over signs and synchronicities. And really focusing on what to look out for. How does the universe send us these signs? How do we know we're on track? And most of the people that are going through their spiritual awakening always wonder if we're on track. The fact that you're even asking that question is a good sign, because when the ego is taking place, we don't ask ourselves that. You know what I'm saying? And we need to be constantly checking in with ourselves and checking in with Spirit to make sure that we're doing what is necessary. So do you want to go ahead and start? I think we're...
Sure. Okay, so we were looking at a few things and talking about, so what we wanted to do this week. We had a few different ideas of what we wanted to do, and that we decided on signs and synchronicities. So I want to touch a little bit on what that is. So the coming together of inner and outer events in a way that cannot be explained by cause and effect, and that it's meaningful to the observer. Good morning, Tom. That it's meaningful to the observer. So
good morning, hun. Thank you for everyone joining.
These things will be different for different people. You will see different signs, different synchronicities. You know what I mean? You're not going to see the same thing that your best friend sees, or it's all tailored to you by your spiritual team.
No one's experience is the same.
So
ever.
Simply put, synchronicity is the interconnection with the universe. It's evidence that we are all connected. Okay, so there is always going to be these signs and synchronicities. The more you're open to them, the more you will see them. So they're always happening. You just have to trust in spirit and the universe and yourself, which is something that we talk about every week somehow.
Yeah.
No matter what our topic is, we always end up going back to that self-love and that self understanding and trust.
Because it's all important. It all comes back to that, because that's where it really starts.
Yeah. And so as you notice more synchronicities, more will happen, more will be placed in your way. The more you take them in and process them and make them what they are, the more you will see. And this isn't because you're manifesting them or because you're willing them into reality, because you're not. Your guides, your spirit, angels, God, the universe, whatever you feel comfortable with. These are the people that are sending these your way. The energies that are sending these synchronicities your way. They will send more as you become more aware and more open. So once you start noticing, say, the most popular 1111, once you start noticing 1111, you will start noticing that you're noticing it in the morning, you're noticing it at night. You're receiving messages and sending messages at 1111. You happen to look away from your TV for a little while and peek down at your phone, and it just happens to be 1111, or you get a receipt and the total is 1111. Those are the ways. Yeah, always, for years. Me too. I always got 1111, and I always got a lot of twos.
And can I just add one thing to that? Like, listen, y'all, the numbers don't necessarily have to be repeating either. I remember, and like, okay, the 1016 that's in with my email, right? The reason I have that number is because that was my very first angel number ever. And I remember my friend Christian, she was seeing them everywhere, and she was always sending me the breakdown of what they meant. And I was like, where are you seeing these numbers? Like, I don't understand how you see them all the time. And she goes, they're everywhere. They're, I'll hear a song and I'll look down at the time, and it resonates, right?
It's an emotional numbers, building numbers, telephone numbers, billboards,
right? And it's usually things that are repeating, but if it's not a repeating, then it's an emotional reaction. Your spirit tells you, like, this number is important for some reason.
Pay attention to it.
So I remember texting her and was like, oh my God, I got my first angel number.
Lachey, and it can be different things. It doesn't have to even be numbers. It can be songs. It can be, and we were actually about to get to that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but give me 1 second. I'm almost done. But when I called her, she was at lunch, and her total on her receipt was 1016.
That's awesome.
So there's that confirmation. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So amazing things happen when your inner awareness changes. So when you start to have this awareness for these signs or these numbers or these random acts of pay attention to me, your awareness changes. Your energetic thoughts and intents and direction of interest and desires will align with all of the natural vibrations that are surrounding you. So again, that comes back to the thinking and feeling and having these wonderful emotions and putting out this great vibration, because your synchronicities are going to, hey babe, these synchronicities are going to pop up more and more as your alignment is in order, right? Would you say so?
Yeah.
So opening you up for more and more of these experiences, so more and more signs and synchronicities, they will be there, they will pop up, they will make themselves known. And I was also kind of thinking about, so like you were saying when you asked Christian, and you were like, well, where the hell are you seeing these numbers at? So how can I open myself up more for synchronicities, right? So the universe is always willing and waiting to show you what is meant for you. Like, that's what it's here for. It's here to show us what we need. So synchronicities are that gentle guide that direct you to what is in alignment with your personal growth. So like Jess said, all of our signs and synchronicities are not going to be the same. They're just not. So, and they're little nudges for our soul and hints to watch and wait for something, or sometimes they're smack in the face or the back of the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like remind you the answer that you've been waiting for is in front of your freaking face. You just have to be open for them and acknowledge the hits when you get them and smile and ask for more. So, you really just gotta, like, you know, sometimes you'll be hanging out and you'll be like, God, I just don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden a song comes on and you're like, oh shit. Or, you know what I mean? It's
funny that you say that, because the story that I'm going to share with them is exactly like that.
That's awesome.
Exactly like that.
So you have to acknowledge these hits, really take them in, and smile and ask for more, because you want these synchronicities, you want these signs, you want these things. Even if you see it and you're like, I didn't want to believe it, but it's right there. They could be songs.
You can make so many
it could be
excuses.
Repeating numbers that you see, and it doesn't have to be numbers in order, 1111 or 2222. Just numbers in general, a specific number that pops up over and over, an animal sighting or a spirit animal. It could be letters or symbols. They're totally tailored to each one of us, and they are for us, put together by our spiritual team. So, and when you really think about that, these are personalized, customized synchronicities that are sent to us. For Nick said, oh, the hits, I know the feeling.
You know, and even like, okay, within my own family, my cousin passed away very traumatically, and it was a very hard hit on our family. She actually passed away in a freak accident with her 2 babies in the back, like her husband driving. It was terrible. But my great aunt, she had such a hard time with this, because she was such a beautiful soul, and the way that it happened was very out of this world. But she just kept wondering, like, where is she? Like, I mean, this can't just be it, right? And then all of a sudden, my entire family just starts finding white feathers all over the place. I mean, they were literally just falling out of the sky. And when I saw her the Christmas after, it was right around actually close to a year after Becky had passed, and she had a shoebox filled with all these feathers that she had found, and was just like, I know she's with me. I don't understand how, but that was Spirit's way of saying, Mom, I'm here. I see you. I'm not gone. Like, I love you and I care for you. Please don't hurt for me, you know. So it was a beautiful exchange for her, because it gave her something to believe in. So yeah, the more you call them in, y'all, and that's the thing too, even with the spirit animals, like, things come about in such a way that it's hard to ignore. And you can chalk it up all you want, but you're only stopping yourself by being critical.
And use that crazy word like coincidence.
Yeah.
It's a coincidence that every time I get in the car, I hear the same freaking song. You know what I mean? Or it's a coincidence that every single time me and you have this one conversation, something falls off the wall.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence that happens every single time.
No. And that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, you can chalk it up all you want, but in reality, these signs and synchronicities are being placed before us to make sure that we are listening, that we are aware, and that we are actually willing to do something with the information. But of course, Spirit's not going to be like, hey, you need to do this, and this, and you need to do it at this time. It does not work like that.
It's not going to be like all of a sudden you're sitting there and your laptop's going to open up on its own and be like, do some work.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. You're going to see billboards of people sitting at their desk doing their job. Yeah, you know what I mean? You're going to, it's so important.
It is.
So recognize and take it. Tonk's laughing at us. I love you, Tonk. You know we're crazy in the morning before our coffee session.
Right. So, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things.
Michelle said, yeah, I thought I was a squirrel. Definitely not a squirrel.
Definitely
I'm a bird, a big black bird. Go figure. She's talking about her spirit animal. She thought it was a squirrel for a while.
Yeah. And it does go to show, and it does change. Like, a lot of my spirit animals have constantly changed over the progression of my awakening. When I first started, a lot of it was butterflies and dragonflies, definitely dragonflies, all in blue. I mean, and it goes to show that the blue chakras are my main source of what I do now. I use my vision and the channeling and through my voice to be able to do this for y'all. So it was showing me that there were things I needed to do with my abilities that were unseen, and I had a 2-year transformation process to go through, and I'm just now starting to come to the end of that. By 2020 I'll actually be
okay. And it's so funny because I got a message this morning I need to show you that actually is entitled, do you really want to wait for 2020? I swear to God, I have to show it to you.
Oh my goodness.
Lachey, Aries are awesome. Also, Tonk. What was I about to say to you? I was about to say something good. Yes, you must be an elemental like me. The wind does carry messages, for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. And honestly, the people who are more of either air element or an elemental in general who can possess all 4 elements can actually manipulate the weather. I've seen it. I've done it. We can simply ask for breeze and spirit gives it.
Yeah.
You know, I have seen my mother conjure a lightning storm when she was angry, and scariest shit I've ever seen. But yeah, it is absolutely possible. And the whole world talks to us. The trees talk to her.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a tree toucher.
And they give her messages, and the more in tune we get with these things, the more messages we'll receive.
There are certain trees that will pass that I'll have to go back and touch because they want to tell me their story. Sometimes I touch trees and I get horrible stories. Being in the South,
right?
A lot of our trees have seen a lot of really fucked up shit. So
and, you know, I mean, like, even trees can be spirit animals too. The oak and the willow are 2 of mine. So yeah, and they all mean something.
Lachey, go up to a tree, close your eyes, put your hands on it, and listen to it, and see if you get anything from it.
Just
introduce yourself.
Yep. And spread that love. It's like the meditation that we do with Gaia. Every time we go to the center of Gaia together, we're coursing our love through her very core.
Get with me sometime today, Lachey. I got some good tips for you if you're getting into trees.
But it's getting acquainted with them and giving that energy, because they are great energy exchange. Like, they will give it back to you hardcore. So
Lachey, people see me touching trees all the time, and we just let it happen. Yeah. Like when we were at Mebkin Abbey, like I'm stopped and I'm touching this tree and I got both hands on it. My eyes are closed, and people are like driving by and I can feel eyes on me, and I'm like, whatever. Talking to the trees.
That's how I was at the beach on Saturday. I was meditating hardcore, and
it doesn't even matter when you're in your zone.
People walking around and watching me, but I just didn't care until they got within my bubble. Yeah. You know, it's when they started getting within.
The hardest thing for me is I'm a very emotional person. I'm an empath. So when I touch some of these trees that have been through horrible things and have seen terrible things, it affects me emotionally because I love them. When there are wildfires or forest fires, I hurt, like my body physically hurts. I have a
Michelle,
piece of black tourmaline already wrapped,
Yeah. Yeah, we've been working really hard on that, and it is
We're
getting
doing
better.
this is one that just made yesterday. You guys
Yeah.
can't really see it very close up, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
I need me to get a close up.
Yeah.
So this is actually the Bumblebee Jasper, and I found this and was completely drawn to it.
Yeah,
But
it's super pretty.
it
Okay,
actually
Michelle, that's
helps
cool.
with creativity and compassion and all this great stuff. So
you guys, we are about to be pumping out pieces like it
Yes.
ain't nobody's business. We got a Dremel. So now we are able to actually shape our crystals to the way that we want to. We're able to clean them. We're able to buff them off. Hi, I am also studying yoga. I will be a yoga trainer in the next few months.
Nice. Yes, thank you everyone for joining in. Make sure you give it a like and a share if you're enjoying it. We appreciate all of you being here and joining us today. So we're talking about signs and synchronicities, and we are doing very well.
Having a great Monday morning in yourself.
Right.
Hopefully yours is going well too. Your first crystals, Tonk. I'm so proud of you. Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
You will also hit me up after the live because I got some other cool things for you.
Yeah, you should have seen it. We'll be sending your package off today too. But
so funny. She said her hand started to shake. Let me explain something to you. I do crystal healing. I'm certified crystal healer. When me and Jess got together and did some crystal grids together, my heart rate went so high because I draw such a huge energy from my crystals. There's such a huge energy transfer between me and my crystals that it's out of control. Danny, what's up, friend?
We love you. You know
Danny's here.
But yeah, when we were doing Mike's necklace, it was so powerful, the energy exchange between us. So everything that gets cleansed, blessed, and recharged by us is going to be very powerful. So when you get your package, let us know how it makes you feel.
Apparently Tywin has some easy and healthy challenges for you.
Okay. All right. I'm down for that. Okay. So what I have is a synchronicity is a coincidence that has an analog in the psyche. Depending on how you understand it, it can inform you primarily through intuition and emotion. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like when spirit is sending you a sign, you are going to have a reaction to it. And that's how you know that it's meant for you. Whether it's that fleeting second, like, hey, maybe I should look that up. Maybe I should go do this. Oh, that was meant for me. Even if someone else wants to debunk it, it doesn't matter. That sign is for you. So Mark Holan said, the primary reality of synchronicities is emotional, not intellectual. The reason they're there is to make us feel something, and the feeling that our lives are rich and worth our reflection comes in part of our sense of the depth and mystery of life. Now, the article I actually found too, and with this being said, the guy that wrote this article, let me see what his name is. Greg Levoy. Okay, so he was a skeptic before this situation happened, right? And he was having a hard time. Like he was working for a company for a long time and kept getting the nudge that he needed to branch off and write his own stuff, right? That he needed to be his own boss, whatever. So then he's driving home and he was listening to Desperado by the Eagles. And as he pulled up to the curb in front of his house, the last line he heard before he turned off the car was, "Don't you draw the Queen of Diamonds. She'll beat you if she's able. The Queen of Hearts is always your best bet." I turned off the ignition, opened the door, stepped my foot onto the curb, and there at my left foot was a playing card, the Queen of Hearts. So again, Spirit telling you, don't follow what is the logical, but follow your heart and it will become successful, right? And he just sat there utterly dumbfounded and wondering, of course, what did it mean? He said, when I mentioned the incident to a friend that evening, she said, with an extravagant quality of assuredness, that when you're on the right path, the universe winks and nods at you from time to time to let you know. She also said that once you start noticing these little cosmic cards, once you understand that you're on the right path at all, you'll begin to see them everywhere. It's what happened, she reminded me, when I bought my Toyota and suddenly started seeing Toyotas everywhere. I didn't know I was even on a path, I told her, much less whether it was the right one. I simply found myself unable to make heads or tails of the episode and ended up filing it under unexplained phenomena. Along with ESP, deja vu, spoon bending, water witching, spontaneous remission, and certain incomprehensible acts of human forgiveness. But even more remarkable than finding the Queen of Cards when I did was that over the next 2 years, as I searched for a sense of clarity and courage about this call, I found 5 more Queen playing cards in incredibly improbable locations all around the country: a sidewalk in Cincinnati, a conference room in Santa Fe, a sand dune in Cannon Beach, Oregon, a mountain wilderness in Colorado, 6 miles from the nearest trailhead.
What?
This is what happens. So he kept ignoring, right? They kept laying it in his path. And listen, it is the same thing as what this property is doing to me. I've never been one to really lose things, right? And all of a sudden, the property keeps calling me out there because every time I walk my dog back there, I end up losing something. And even when I think that I can't, even when I think I can't find it, I
was her phone. It was her phone last week.
Right there.
Her freaking phone.
I lost my phone twice in one day, y'all. So like, how do you
15 acres. 15 acres.
But yeah, so then we have the 7 signs that you're in alignment. And this is where I really want to get into, because a lot of these are people are already seeing, right? And you also have to think how far you've already come in such a short amount of time, right? So, of course, seeing angel numbers.
Y'all, this candle will not stay lit. I just want to bring that to your attention. I have relit it 4 times and it does not want to be lit, so it will no longer be up on our area.
It's whatevs. So, like we were saying before, when you start to become more aware, you're going to start seeing things more. Now, you also have it doesn't have to be a sequence. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It can be
2 numbers. It can be the number 24, the number 17. So your specific number.
You see like 122 or 422.
I see 06 all the time, and that's the year that my daughter was born.
So you have to remember when your body reacts to it. Like, okay, I keep seeing this number all the time. And even the last few days for me, I have been seeing angel numbers everywhere. Like, it is a constant, and in all different ways. Like Lachey said, phone randomly lighting up.
She said spirit is winking at me. Girl, you have no idea. We had a wonderful group session the other day, and we were actually able to hear the beautiful
light language.
It's the most. It's so beautiful. It's almost so beautiful that it's mesmerizing almost. No, we haven't gotten your package, Danny, or have we? We haven't.
Not yet.
Have you got ours, Danny?
They told me it was going to be like 12 days.
That makes me want to faint.
Yeah. And I can't track it because it's international. At least that's what they told me. So, but anyway, okay, so yeah, the angel numbers, and a lot of people start with this. The angel numbers is usually one of the first things that people waking up experience, and it's something so simple as just us being aware and not dismissing it when we're constantly seeing it, right? You're hearing the same song or receiving the same message over and over and over again. So say like certain things in your environment keep coming up and it just feels like, and I can say that I am seeing it right now in my life. Like there are certain things that are kind of repeating with people around me that I've already been through, and it kind of concerns, that's obviously something that I need to work on, especially on a relationship front, like a love front. But then we also have and I've already talked to Ashley about it, but one of my issues used to be being heard or seen and needing validation, and it's not necessarily those things. It's more of making sure that things are clear. You know what I'm saying? That I'm being clear with how I'm feeling and what my boundaries might be with people in my life, or getting myself back in order. But with Ashley, the songs, man, they're always speaking
music
to her
is a
through
huge
songs.
thing for me.
And mine kind of comes in phases, like, because I've always listened to music, but there's certain paths in my life or certain situations I'll be going through, and they'll definitely talk to me through music. But there is one song that keeps coming on for her. Like, I'll be driving around town without her in the car, and it doesn't come on, and she gets in the car within the first 10 minutes, it's there. So it's obviously something that she needs to work on, or address, whatever the case may be. But
I have major bedhead today. I wish that was fun.
Right. But yeah, it is, again, just being aware and loving yourself enough to allow the signs and synchronicities to occur.
Makes sense to you.
Instead of pushing them off and depriving yourself of the wonderful things the universe is trying to bring to you.
I always hear that song.
Yeah.
I always hear that song when it's full moon.
And right. Exactly. So you have to think about it like, okay, so what does the song make you feel? It's usually emotional reaction. What does it remind you of? What really dig into it and
do you feel happiness? Do you feel sad? Do you feel excited? Do you feel warm, cold? These are all things that you have to pay attention to, y'all. I'm really.
Does it inspire you to take a certain action or make
does it bring up a certain thought?
Yeah. And these are the things you need to ask yourself when these signs come up. It's not always, oh, like Lachey, here's your brand new car. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is her reward for working her ass off. You know what I'm saying? That is her reward for her manifesting skills and believing in the universe that the universe will provide. But then when you come into, not only that, and then you continue to see angel numbers and keep that momentum going, you're going to see more and more good coming. For example,
I just looked up at the screen where we're at 33 minutes and 33 seconds with 3 likes.
Right.
And that's a lot of threes, and it's also 10:39. So it's that simple.
And threes are a sign of ascended masters being around,
That simple. They're really loving that I'm getting this stage going. They're like, thank God, woman, you've been working on it for like 2 weeks now.
So then we also have, you start manifesting a ton of small things at once. So think about it. How many times in your life have you been working really hard at manifesting things? And I know that I've done this more than once, but I will get into a ritual of, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm going to do this, and I will stick to my schedule, and I'll start seeing all these miracles happen, and it makes you feel really good, and then you get all of it, and you're like, okay,
what now?
Like, and then you lose momentum. You know what I'm saying? And then I get out of my routine, and then I don't see it so much. And then I start getting hard on myself, and I had to stop it. Like, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, I call myself out. I've been slacking. I have not been on my ritual. I have not been doing my yoga every day like I want to. And it's part of me that needs to get up and do it. So it's finding that time in the schedule, right? To try to fit everything in and prioritize. You have to prioritize what is most important and make sure that when you start seeing the signs and synchronicities that you keep the momentum going. Don't get comfortable and just expect that those things will still continue to fall in your lap even when you get lazy. You know what I'm saying? So then inspired ideas are flowing in like crazy. And me and her will do this. We've been doing this a lot through this retrograde. There's a couple things that have been brought up for both of us. We're like, okay, this is making me feel uncomfortable and I need to talk about this. And we're very comfortable being vulnerable with each other, no matter what the situation might be. It might be uncomfortable, but we feel comfortable enough to talk to it about it with each other. But through bringing those things to the surface, then we get inspired ideas like constant downloads, and we have had so many ideas of what we want to do with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We got so much planned. We got the next few weeks planned out. These signs and synchronicities are going to move into what were we moving into?
To the different abilities
that we all possess and how to harness them and share them with others.
And have exercises to help train each of the abilities. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting, but it's gonna be like 7 weeks, y'all.
Yeah, so buckle up, Buttercup, because we got really good things coming, guys. We're on fire.
So when those, and that's again what I was saying about taking inspired action and not impulsive action. When we take impulsive action, we're doing it out of fear or out of a reaction, and that's not going to get you anywhere. But when you are doing it through inspired, then you know that spirit is backing you up on that, right? And even though you don't understand why, you feel more energetically supported than ever. And
Danny, why did you say your name?
I
love it.
But there's a lot of times we won't fully understand what is actually happening around us. And that's part of the faith. Like, and you know, it's so funny because this is one of the signs, and I still use it. Like, it pops up in my head all the time. But
we don't see an orange block.
I was it was right around the time that I was going through the initial separation with my husband, and I was getting like the tax information switched over from our name to my name and all that crazy shit, all the fun adulting stuff. And it was a very tough time for me because I didn't want to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so
I want Danny to see what we're saying.
I walk in there and it's like, and I love orchids. Orchids are my thing. I don't know how I'm so good with them, but they like me, whatevs.
Yeah.
So
they don't like me. I can't keep them alive.
But I walk into this tax office and there's this little dying orchid. Like, I just wanted to take it home, right? It was so sad. And there was this little plaque right behind it, almost hidden behind it, that said, faith is not knowing that God can, but that he will. You know what I'm saying? And whether that is your belief, whatever your belief system is, it doesn't matter. Source is source, okay? We all are one and it's all connected. But when you have faith in the universe, okay, when you believe that that it will provide for you. Not that it can, because we all know that it can,
yeah, right.
But that we are willing and deserving to allow the universe to provide for us.
Can we just take a second to realize that our tribe is fucking hilarious? He tagged himself, right? Why does my name have an orange block around it? I seen that the other day. It freaks me out. Lachey says LOL. Danny says really. Because I said we can't see the orange block. So then you see Tom come in and put her name.
Because you messaged yourself.
So then Tonk puts her name to see if it does it. And Lachey says, if I write out your name, it will appear orange to you too. And then Lachey laughs at Tonk for putting her name. Y'all are crazy, y'all. I love y'all in the morning.
Oh my god.
We could not do this without you guys.
So much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
I happened to look up and saw everybody like, are you guys paying attention? Oh, I love it.
Okay, so then we also have people who are ready and willing to help you start showing up in your life. And so when you come to that realization that you're ready to move forward, that you're ready to take that next step, that people who need to be aligned with you will just start showing up.
Yes, I did.
It doesn't matter how they show up or who they are. Everyone that comes into your life is there for a reason, whether it's for a fleeting moment to get you back on track, or definitely not seeing
we
that.
don't see the same thing, guys. And this happening.
That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, it will. And I feel like that's exactly what happened with me and Ashley. Both of us were kind of at this point in our phase where we were alone. We were going through that quiet period of the hermit, trying to figure our stuff out. And then even after a decade, we can come back together and put our shit aside.
Like nothing ever happened.
And just be like, yo, friend, love you long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's been a magical experience, and we tell each other daily that we're really thankful for each other, and we're thankful that we came back into each other's lives because we were so very close.
Yes.
And then we kind of went our own ways, as you know, you do when you're growing up. And oh my god, I see the orange.
Oh my god, there is.
Is it because you tagged us? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm
so confused.
I'm still. And we're multitasking.
Everyone is tagging us. It's awesome. I love it.
Oh my
Doesn't
goodness.
work, but I can see it. You can't. So you guys can't see our orange block right now. I'm about to quit.
Oh, I totally see it. Yeah.
We just wrote your name.
Okay. So yeah, just make sure that
nope.
Again, it is what is going on inside is a reflection of what's going on outside, right? Or what's going on outside of you is a reflection of what's going on inside.
Yes.
So, you know, if crazy people keep showing up in your life, then obviously there's something that you need to check, right?
For sure.
And you need to ask yourself, what are you doing to attract these kind of people? But if you are open and willing for the universe to start bringing you what you need in order to ascend, then they will start showing up and you will know the difference. Things just keep working out for you even when faced with unexpected challenges. And that's the thing. Like, okay, so even if it feels like it's chaos around you, but you're still moving forward, right? You're still working through things. You're still seeing the signs and synchronicities, even though there's a bunch of obstacles that you're having to face. You know that you're moving in the right direction because you're being pulled towards something. And it's really important that we just allow it to happen. The more we try to fight it, y'all, the worse it gets. So
don't fight it.
I can honestly say that
you can try
every time I've ever tried to fight the natural ascension process, I have felt more alone in my entire life. Like, I mean, it was the most lonely periods ever. And we've had that talk before too. That's when the anxiety and the depression kick in. You can be in a room full of people and feel like lonely. No one understands you, no one sees you, no one hears you, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Good morning, Colby. Yeah, it's kind of in and out here. It's not terrible, but we definitely have a cold front coming in. So
it's supposed to be freezing tomorrow night. So
yeah.
correct.
So, all right. So that's what we have for today. We're going to go into meditation. So anyone who does want to join in, please go ahead and start getting comfortable, whether you're seated or lying down, and just kind of start tuning in.
So we're going to do the Bhairava mudra today. I'm pretty sure I said that right. I probably didn't because I haven't drinking all my coffee. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're sitting, lie down, however you're getting comfortable. You're going to place the right hand on top of the left hand so that both of the palms are facing upwards. So you're going to make sure that that right hand is on top of the left hand. So just like this. Can you guys see that? And then just set it in your lap. It's nice and simple. It's a good gesture of meditation. It helps demonstrate the power and bring strength to the forefront. So we're going to do that today. Remember, right hand on the inside.
Okay. So just start settling in, bringing your attention inward. Gently closing your eyes. Feel yourself start to relax. Take a nice, big, deep breath in through your nose, feeling the divine fill your lungs with its clean and pure air. Releasing all tension and negativity, feeling your worries just wash away. Take another nice, big, deep breath, drawing in nice and slow. And release. Pushing all the air out. Feeling your muscles start to loosen, your shoulders start to drop. One more nice, big, deep breath. Feel the energy course through your veins. Imagine yourself walking down a path. This path feels familiar to you. Pay attention to your surroundings. Feel the sun kissing your skin. Up ahead, you see a bright white light, and you are drawn to it. As you take a few steps forward, you reach your hand out and feel the coolness of this light. You fully step in, feeling it just wash away all your worries and burdens and fears. The more of this light that touches you, the more free you feel. Allowing this light to caress your skin. Feel it move through your veins as it cleanses, balances, and recharges all of your chakras. Starting from the crown, moving into your third eye, down into your throat, releasing your shoulders, down your back and into your solar plexus, down into your sacral and your root, moving through your entire body, allowing you to become in tune and aware of your soul's purpose and the signs that your body is trying to tell you. You are whole, you are free, and you are connected. And as you walk further past this light, take a look around. Look for any animals, trees, any signs or synchronicities. Listen to what they're trying to tell you. Feel the power of the universe connecting with you. And as you walk down this path, you come to a little hut. This hut is made just for you with all the things that make you feel good. All the things that serve your purpose and your soul. Made of fine tapestries and candles, lush pillows, feeling very comfortable and relaxed. And as you step into this, you find a seat comfortably on the floor. You simply ask the universe to send you a sign that you need to hear or see now. Trust any information that comes through. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask. Thank you, guides, for any information that you have received today. Continue sitting in this energy for a moment As these affirmations are said aloud, allow them to resonate with your subconscious, allowing your heart to open up to them, allowing the signs and synchronicities of the universe to come to you, and you be aware and take action upon them accordingly. Take a nice big deep breath. I open myself to every transformation that is ready to happen in and through me. I invite synchronicity to grace my life with ease, flow, and good fortune. Everything in my life flows perfectly and with ease. I am attuned to my higher purpose, and my life reflects this refinement. I acknowledge a world beyond my senses, a truth beyond my intellect, a wisdom beyond logic, a power beyond my limits, a serene design despite any distressing display. There is an ease and flow to my life that fills my heart with joy. Everywhere I turn, I see perfection and synchronicity orchestrating my entire life. I am in alignment with the source of all creation. I am fully supported, protected, and loved. I acknowledge and appreciate the synchronicities in my daily life. I will be in the right place at the right time with an open heart to meet and connect with the most magical people. My life is beautiful, and more beauty is revealed to me each day. My internal alignment creates a day of synchronicity. My life is perfectly synchronized. I am in tune with my higher self and with the world around me. I acknowledge that synchronicity is the universe telling me, yes, you are on the right path. The synchronicity I am experiencing in my life is a sign that I am in the flow. I am open to the guidance of synchronicity. Releasing all expectations infinitely opens my path. Divine love brings me everything I need to grow, prosper, and experience in this moment. I choose to believe that synchronicity will work in my favor now, and because of this, I am synchronized with the universe. I choose to believe that all things are possible, and I trust that I am always in the right place at every moment. My thoughts are powerful. I keep my thoughts focused on all that is good, and goodness comes to me. And allow those words to just sit with you for a moment. Allow them to sink in and fuel you, to open your eyes and be aware of the signs and synchronicities that Spirit is sending you. Give thanks to those who showed up today for you, for any guidance that you have received, and any feeling of love and compassion may you carry throughout your days. And when you are ready, you will start to head back the way that you came. Standing taller, feeling more strong and secure, more graceful and at ease. Moving back into the light. And as you move into this light, you know that this is your truth. This is your reality, and that it is okay for you to live this spiritual life. where the universe speaks to you in many, many ways. And on the count of 3, you will start becoming more aware and more awake, bringing more movement to your fingers and your toes. 3, 2, 1. You can gently open your eyes. You are wide awake, wide aware. Good morning, Erin. Yeah, Linda, that definitely can happen. Spirit will definitely come through dreams and, you know, interact in certain ways to get the messages across. Absolutely.
That was nice. So, I talked with my spirit guide for a minute, and I was asking if I was on the correct journey, and I was given a sunflower, as usual. I was given a sunflower and told to stop double questioning myself.
Yeah.
Love you too, babe. Talk to you in a little bit. See you in a little bit for lunch.
So I hope everyone enjoyed that, and you know, make sure that y'all like and share the video. Let's get it out there. Hopefully, if y'all enjoy it, there are other people out there who can get the same benefit from it. And we love y'all so much.
Aw,
oh, thanks,
that's nice.
Lachey.
Did you see what Tonka? Yeah. I saw another fireplace and it spit out a note, and I opened it and it said, "I love you."
Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome. That's great. So yeah.
We're so glad, guys.
Okay. Yeah, and Sheila, we will be getting to your reading. If we don't get to it today, we'll get to it definitely tomorrow. But
we've been working on so much. We have so much going on, guys. So you guys just bear with us. Yeah. Thanks for showing up again this morning. You guys are like freaking awesome.
You are freaking awesome. So
good, Jacqueline. So happy. Lachey, what about your best friend? What was her name? What was her name? I'm so sorry, sweetie. I forgot your name. Hang on. Where's it at? Hang tight with me, guys. Let's see. Faith, we hope you had a wonderful time with us. I guarantee you she said it before I could get down there. Yep, Faith Williams. Hope you had a wonderful time with us, and we're really glad that you jumped on, and Jacqueline too. And we love having you guys so early in the morning with us and helping us start off our day and start off our week. And we're so excited to just be part of you guys' lives.
Right. So yeah, I hope that y'all have a wonderful day and an even better week. And
sounds good, Danny.
Yeah, we love y'all so much, and just make sure that you continue to take care of yourself. Make sure that you have your eyes open and allow those signs and synchronicities. And it is simple as just asking. Usually they reply very quickly. So just keep it in mind and allow the universe to work in your favor.
And we love you guys, and thanks so much for showing up. We will see you again on Wednesday. We will be on my page on Wednesday. So and keep an eye open. We're probably going to be trying to do some type of mini session probably tomorrow. Did we decide to do on Tuesdays?
Yes, Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
We're trying, guys.
It's so crazy with the holidays, man. But
look at Tonk. Let us know how it went. Talking about you guys are awesome. You guys are
wild.
I know. Do you see mine's like going everywhere? It's cool. I bet ahead, guys. Do you love it?
Yes.
Sometimes we show up like this. So for those of you that are new to the channel,
this is what it is.
Know that we are raw and we are mini session tomorrow. Yes, Lachey, we're gonna do it.
Yep. We'll be there tomorrow. All right. So we love you guys, and we will see you Wednesday or tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow
for the mini session.
Sessions.
Keep an eye open, guys. We'll post and let you know. We love you guys.
Right,
Happy
bye, guys.
Monday. Fingers all over the place.